Hi there, this is Johnnyonoes, and I'm playing Soul Trader. This is the fourth episode of my Let's Play series. In the last episode, we did a lot of mining and upgrading and all that good stuff. In this episode, we're now ready to start hitting the social game, which is the core function of the game to build your attributes, get relationships, start getting more perks based off of who you know, all that good stuff. So we've got a ship now that's up to spec. It flies around nice and fast. We got some crazy weapons on it as well. Let me show you the specs. Now they aren't the perfect gear, but it's pretty damn good. So fire rate of legendary, both sides are good, and then the engine is excellent speed and excellent legendary forward acceleration. So good enough for government. Let me show you what I've been doing for the last hour or so, just to give you an idea of how to make a good amount of money to get you started here. Now, I found a diamond vein in Ceres here. It's to this. Oop, nope, not from this. It's right over here. Now, with asteroids, you can pin them, but they don't really do much for you. As you can see, I made it really clear where the diamonds are. So let me show you how it doesn't work in your benefit. You just kind of have to memorize where they're at. As soon as you get far away from an asteroid field, it just combines itself into this purple marker here. If I click on this as if I was targeting it, it doesn't really show you where it's at. So you kind of have to eyeball where exactly your rocks, where the asteroid is. If your asteroid happens to be in an asteroid field of like a lot of rocks, it might benefit you to pin it. That way you can easily target it, and you'll get this big circle to show you where exactly it is. So just go over to Mr. Diamonds here, and as you can see, it's just as fast as our terrible weapons in the last episode were against, I think it's silver. Actually, even better than that. So each one of these diamonds that are dropping will give us around $7,000 worth of money. The other funny thing that happened while I was mining over here was there was someone that continuously tried attacking me, and I wanted to kind of prove that you're actually better off not killing people that are trying to attack you, and instead they'll keep coming. Every time you come down here, I'm wondering if that person will appear again. But because of that, I now have a ton of these red pieces of information to give people. A red piece of information are amazing because not only do they up someone's relationship with you really quick, but it gives you an extra patience point too. So I've got a bunch of patience just sitting here ready to be used. So as soon as I start getting a hell of a lot more friends and a lot more stuff done, I'm going to be able to use all of it in one conversation instead of having to go back every so often. So I'm all loaded up with diamonds now. You can see your cargo by clicking on your ship and looking at the bottom. And I'm going to go fly over to Earth. So the first thing you got to do to start playing the social piece of this game is you need to be able to go everywhere, because a lot of the quests that you're going to receive are going to be to places that you don't recognize, or you may not even be able to go because you don't have the visas for it. So the first thing we have to do to get the visas is to find the embassies. Now I was really lucky to run into one of the embassies early in the game. I took a note of it. The Outer Alliance embassy is in New York. So let's go ahead and verify that real quick. So we're in New York now. And you can see that it's not here. It's in Tokyo. I just looked at my note again. Excellent work. It's in Tokyo. Alright, there it is. So because it's Saturday, there's not much going on right now. But because the embassy is in a place that has a bar, let's see if it has a hotel. Any hotels? No. You know you're at the end of the list when you start seeing your friends' homes appear. There's going to be nothing interesting underneath that. So there is a bar, which is nice. And the reason why I'm looking for a bar or a hotel is bars and hotels are places that people go. They go after work is done. So it's a really easy place. And not to mention, their patience starts at five indicators. So you've got a lot of chances to up the relationship with that person if they're just kind of hanging out at a bar. Now, in my other playthroughs, the New Order Embassy happened to be in Venus most of the time. So let's find out which city it's in and see whether or not it's actually there. And it's so much nicer to be back in a ship that can actually fly. This thing is hauling. And it stops when you want it to. Alright, let's check Viken real quick. Alright, and there it is. New Order Embassy. So this is the embassy we're going to hit first. And what we need to do now is figure out who works there. Now, to do that, so once again, there is a bar here as well. So this is really good. Really good for us. So while we wait, what I normally do is if I have to burn some time, because this is telling me that I need there's 2 hours left to for the bar to open up. Now, what I tend to do when I'm sitting there waiting is I'll go and get some diamonds, or I'll go talk to some people that I know in this location. But because I don't have either, because I can't sell the diamonds right now because the markets aren't going to be open until Monday, and I don't know too many people here, it's just better. You're better off just getting a room for a couple days and sleeping. And I think my loan is gone at this point too. Oh, I still have one more day. And finishing a loan gives you another piece of information you give to people too, which is nice. Hey, where did you go? Oh man, no. Come on. Oh. Oh man. Let's see. And this is the problem that you run into if you have nowhere to sleep. Just head to Earth and start up on Monday. And while I'm there, I can probably just find out who works at the embassy for the Outer Alliance as well. Now, the real draw with this game is this whole investigative work that you got to do to find out where people are, get information on them, use it against them in some cases, and yeah, it's definitely a unique experience that you don't really see in any other game. So here's my house. Go ahead and sleep. There's a lot more to do on the weekends when you actually have people and relationships to manage. In the early stages of the game, I mean, I could be just talking to people, but I'd rather focus on what our target is for this video. Alright, so the huge market's open. I can go ahead and sell the diamonds that I have. So as you can see, nice chunk of change there. Always looking for better gear. Alright, so let's head over to Tokyo real quick and see what it looks like at the embassy. So 3 hours. So I noticed that the Outer Alliance folks, they work later in the day. New Order, they tend to start around 8 or 9. So let's just head back to Venus. My ship's pretty damaged too, so I might as well get that over with too. Right. So the other part that's pretty tough about getting a visa is that people that are working tend to have shorter patience or shorter attention spans to your needs. So having these 5 red stories that I can give out is really going to help make this a lot easier. Okay, so here's the New Order Embassy. So because of the fact that it's still another 2 hours to open, and it'd be really nice if you could just speed up time a little bit. I know there was a suggestion on the forums that talked about kind of the same time warp stuff that like a game like X3 has. It'd be really nice because you would hope that people would start working when people are waking up. But anyways, let's get our ship repaired.
Okay.
And while we wait, let's just look for well, this guy had a obese. I want this engine just for the name. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any forward acceleration, which makes sense.
Hi.
Let's just
Okay,
check
sure.
some other folks out here.
Hi. Sure.
Yeah, nothing good. You spend a lot of time
Sure.
looking for these folks that for gear.
Hey.
But as I said in the earlier
Sure.
video, that you get to the point where you're good. You don't need anything else until you upgrade your ship, and then you have to rebuy it all over again, which is why you have to pin the people that sell you the stuff. So this girl here, she basically had both. She had guns and engines that really made things easy. Alright, so the New Order embassy is open, so I can see who is working there. So here's the ambassador. Now, I don't have to worry too much about the ambassador, because the person at the front desk is the one that's going to be offering me the visa. So let's see how this conversation goes. As you can see, she has only 3 patients with me. So there was a little bug here where there's ask for visa, but then when you become friends with them, which is what you have to do to be able to buy the visa, you only get the discounted visa, which is 2 patience points. So let's show you how that works. So I'm at 2 patients, and I have all these red stories to give her. And so if I click on this, just show you what. Yeah, this whole right sidebar is not updating as you would expect. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the immediate effects of each one of these pieces of information I'm giving out. But let's just. Okay, cool. So it looks like as soon as you add another one, it updates. So these red stories, they're giving me patience. I'm already at 2 green relationship with this person because of the impact of the stories I'm telling her. There's nothing that's negative to me in here. So this really just benefits you quite a bit. So I'm going to go up to 5 patients. Still have how many left? Looks like 5, which is pretty amazing. So I'm going to start loading up on loyalty to the New Order, which is what you can see here. In the past episode, we went and gave some resources to a New Order person. So keep putting it in. Alright, and there's another one. It looks like she may be friends or associates with the old Federation folks that I gave resources to, so I'm able to get loyalty to the New Order for the other stories as well. Because we're low on patience, let's just load up on it. Alright, and it looks like loyalty is good to go, so I'm at a point now where let's just stop loading up on these stories. And then use the 2 people that I know are going to be influential. Not influential, but have really good stats to be able to get me more of this. So the 2 were Bridget Ledge and Ermlinda Krellin. So let's go look for them. There's Ermlinda. Let's see if we can find Bridget Ledge. So she's a relative. So sometimes, like when you rekindle a new friendship, it doesn't actually count as a friend, so you can't use this as a listing. Alright. Yeah, it looks like I'm at the end of the list in terms of meeting people. Yeah, unfortunately I only have 1 person that is going to be useful to share the friendship with. So let's just load up on the rest of the stuff that is a direct correlative. So picked up some skill in business. I have a few in here that relate to me buying a new ship, as well as, yeah, I bought the new ship, get a decent raise at job, and repaid the loan. So those are all three direct. It directly affects my wealth, as well as reliability. I think I'm going to go with the influence one instead. Alright, so now she's, I've got a pretty good relationship with her. This is still not updating on the right here, so we don't know exactly what this looks like. So I'm going to leave her alone until she's got 2 points of patience. So while we wait for that, let's just pin her real quick. Just
Hey
check.
there.
She's already at 1. This shouldn't take too long. So while we wait, let's go and do the same for the other visa. As we currently have enough money to get both. They should both cost 8K. Go to Earth and then land on Tokyo, which is where the embassy's at. Alright. So there's a lot of people that work here, which is nice. Alright, it looks like that person that we use, Emerlinda Krellin, she works here. She's a political assistant. She's originally from the Outer Alliance, so that's great.
Hello there.
So there's probably going to be less need to, I probably get the visa in this conversation. So what I'm going to do is, where's small talk? There it is. Get up to 5 patients. So already her relationship's up blue. And I wonder how much we know about her. We know a pretty good deal. Oh my goodness. Look at the stuff that she has invented. No, I'll do that later. Anyways, so let's do the same as what we did earlier. Let's see. So the problem is, interesting though that we were able to get loyalty to the Outer Alliance with the same stories that we were doing earlier. So let's just keep. Oh, interesting. Look at that. She knows something about me that she doesn't like, that I became friends with Amberly Southmet. Wow. Yeah, she's not happy with my friend choices, but we'll quickly fix that. Alright, let's keep pumping loyalty here, and once again, I don't see exactly how much loyalty I'm getting from this, so I'm just going to do 3. And then put us back up to 5 again. I'm going to save these 2 from when we're done, so that way we can, I have to go to 1, because if I go to 0, I won't be able to tell her, but if I yeah, and I can use these to be able to get the visa. So, because there's no one, she's the person I normally brag about that I know, there's no one else really, nothing, I can't tell her any other friendships. Sorry, it's really confusing, this stuff. It's all about perception, and all that. Alright, so I'm just going to keep loading up on these directive ones. Don't want to tell her I'm friends with anybody because apparently she hates all my current friends. Let's go with influence is the last one, because that's the one that's kind of low there. Then use these 2 to ask for a discounted visa.
Okay, sure.
And there we go. We have enough relationship, well, we're at max. We have enough relationship to buy the visa.
Okay.
Because I bought the visa from her. She's also seen. Oh yeah, look at the stats now. They're much better than they were before. Influence is still kind of zeroed out, but as I get more friends, I can raise this up. Let me see if, because I know more about her. Let's see if I get to see what her real stats are. She's a top mechanic, influential, and wealthy, so still the same points, even though we know a lot more about her. So let's do some more small talk. Let's just do one, that way we can see what kind of trade ship component she has. Alright. These are all green now because my stats are so high that the boost in relationship with these other folks that they have are much greater, because my stats are now greater. Very interesting game. Alright, so I picked up some skills in business, and then I'm going to see what she's got. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Alright, that is a really good gun. Not the best engine though. So I've got the Needle Crusher. Needle Crusher's just a little bit better. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, the ones that I have are better than the ones she has. Oh wait, now I've got the Teddy's Fist. See the both sides. Yeah, look at that. But whoa, that's okay. Needle Crusher's no good because of the fire rate. Let's compare this to the Newspaper Spiker. Looks like the Newspaper Spiker is better. Just by a little bit, and the price is exactly the same. So I'm just going to sell these and buy 3 Newspaper Spikers. All right, so we got our visa, and let's head over and get the other one. So that gives us access to the outer faction, outer alliance. I'm going the right way. Yep. So all that stuff we were going over slowly in the first couple episodes, you can see how all that preparation has really built up to, well, that and the red stories really helped quite a bit. You can see how all that preparation got us to this point where we're getting these done all in like one episode or one conversation. Alright, so let's go back to the embassy. And who's the person that is our friend here? We'll probably get the discounted visa right now, but let's go back to small talk. We've still got another one of these red stories to give. And we'll just pick 2 of the direct things. Yeah, I'd put a suggestion to if you could right-click these to remove them from the list. That way you don't have to scroll so much. But it looks like we've run out of all of the things we can tell her for now. Okay, so let's get the visa.
Sure. Okay.
And there we go. We got both visas, and we're now ready to do any quest anyone will give us. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and the next video we'll go over, let's start trying to find that job that we need, because our goal is to become president. So we got to start getting a job in the Senate and working our way up the ladder there. So, alright, so this is Johnnyonoes, and I'm playing Soul Trader. Thanks so much for watching.